The highly anticipated Netflix documentary about Prince has hit an unexpected roadblock, as the late music icon's estate has reportedly blocked its release. Fans who are eager to get an in-depth look at the life and legacy of the legendary artist will have to wait indefinitely while legal and creative disputes unfold. What led to this decision? Why is Prince's estate opposing the documentary? And what does this mean for fans who have been hoping for a definitive on-screen portrayal of his life? Let's break it all down. The Prince Netflix documentary, what we know so far. For years, filmmakers and streaming platforms have vied for the opportunity to produce a definitive documentary on Prince, whose impact on the music industry is immeasurable. His influence as a singer, songwriter, producer, and performer remains unmatched, and a deep dive into his life and career seemed like a perfect fit for a streaming giant like Netflix. The documentary, which was reportedly in production for years, promised never-before-seen footage, rare interviews, and intimate details about Prince's creative process. According to sources close to the project, Netflix had secured exclusive access to archival material, and some of Prince's closest collaborators had already participated in interviews. However, just as excitement for the documentary was growing, Prince's estate stepped in and blocked its release, a move that has left many wondering what went wrong. Why did Prince's estate block the release? The decision to halt the Netflix documentary reportedly stems from several key issues, ranging from creative control to financial disputes. 1. Estate's control over Prince's legacy. Prince was known for being fiercely protective of his music and image, and his estate has continued to honor that philosophy. Those in charge of managing his intellectual property have repeatedly expressed concerns about how his story is told. According to insiders, the estate wasn't satisfied with the direction of the documentary and believed that it did not properly reflect Prince's values, vision, and artistic integrity. Prince was a perfectionist. He controlled every aspect of his music, his image, and his career, said a source familiar with the estate's decision. His estate wants to ensure that any documentary about him meets the same high standards he set during his lifetime. 2. Creative disputes between filmmakers and the estate. One of the major roadblocks appears to be a creative disagreement between the estate and the documentary's filmmakers. The estate reportedly requested editorial control over the final cut of the documentary, but Netflix and the production team pushed back, arguing that their vision needed to remain independent and objective. This clash over creative control is not uncommon in the entertainment industry, especially when dealing with the legacy of an artist as iconic as Prince. 3. Financial and licensing issues. Beyond creative differences, money may also be a factor in the decision to halt the project. Licensing Prince's music for a documentary requires significant financial agreements, and it's possible that Netflix and the estate failed to come to terms on royalty payments, rights clearances, or revenue-sharing deals. Additionally, Prince's estate may have concerns about how profits from the documentary would be distributed. If they feel that the film primarily benefits Netflix and the production team rather than the estate or Prince's family, they may have pulled the plug for financial reasons. A history of legal battles over Prince's legacy. This is not the first time that Prince's estate has intervened in projects related to his legacy. Since his passing in 2016, there have been multiple disputes over the handling of his music, image, and estate. Some of the biggest legal battles have included the fight over ownership of Prince's unreleased music, with different parties claiming rights to his famous vault of unheard recordings. Disputes over the handling of Paisley Park, Prince's legendary home and recording studio, which has since been turned into a museum. Conflicts between family members, advisors, and legal representatives, all of whom have had differing opinions on how Prince's legacy should be preserved. Given this history, it's no surprise that the estate is being extra cautious about the release of a major documentary. What does this mean for Prince fans? For fans, the estate's decision to halt the documentary is frustrating. Many were hoping for a deep, authentic exploration of Prince's life, especially given how private he was during his career. Social media reactions have been mixed, with some supporting the estate's decision and others feeling disappointed. Support for the estate's decision. Prince was always in control of his art. If his estate doesn't approve of the documentary, I trust their judgment. Too many unauthorized projects come out after an artist dies. The estate should protect his legacy. Frustration from fans. We just want to celebrate Prince's genius. Why does everything related to him turn into legal dramas? At this rate, we'll never get to see a proper Prince documentary. While the project isn't officially cancelled, its future remains uncertain. The estate could eventually reach a compromise with Netflix, or the streaming platform may need to rework the documentary completely to meet the estate's demands. Could another Prince documentary be released instead? If Netflix is unable to resolve the conflict, another studio or filmmaker could step in to create an alternative documentary. However, without the estate's approval, they would face major challenges in securing the rights to Prince's music and private footage. One possibility is that the estate partners with a different platform or production company, one that aligns more closely with their vision. Until then, Prince's story remains largely in the hands of his estate, which will continue to shape how the world remembers him. Final thoughts. Will the documentary ever see the light of day? For now, Prince's Netflix documentary is in limbo. Whether or not it gets released depends on whether the estate and Netflix can reach a mutual agreement. Prince was an artist who valued authenticity and creative control, and it's understandable that his estate wants to honor his legacy properly. However, fans are eager to celebrate his life, and blocking the documentary entirely may not be the best move. Will Netflix make the changes necessary to gain the estate's approval? Or will this documentary join the list of unreleased Prince projects that never saw the light of day? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Prince's legacy remains as powerful as ever, and his influence will continue to shape the music world for generations to come.